Yo guys, welcome back here at Tuning Dutchy. Now, long time ago, but we are back again where we should be. So, now, first of all, I have changed something last time, and I really would like to show you guys that. Alright, so, I changed something. Now, luckily we can work on them with this again. I'm really, really happy now. As you guys can see, this is the brand new sport air filter. Yes, brand new. I am probably gonna thing this to set a bit back because of the heat, and I can definitely feel heat coming from it. So I think I will decrease the size from this metal pipe so it can still get some cold air. Would be the best case scenario if I go down there and then I will end up here. It would be the best case scenario, but I have to see if that's going to be possible. But yeah, I mean, this is the, yeah, well, I should say cold air intake. However, it's not cold enough because it's still in the area of that. And these hoses are also, they can get hotter, let me say it like that. So I would like to see what I'm gonna do with it. I have some parts with me laying in the car itself. I have also the intercooler taken with me. Just give me a sec. So the intercooler actually, basically what I would like to do, or where I am thinking of, is at least doing something with the fan, the radiator, and obviously the the cooling pipe itself. But in case to do that in a good way, it should come behind here, and I would like to mount it actually on top of the chassis. So I'm thinking how I can do that, because if I look down there, there isn't actually too much space. Now I might use one of these holes probably. Now here is the fan, and actually I would like to avoid the fan. Now if that's not going to be possible, then it is true. I mean, then it is like that. But yeah, besides that, I have also something else that I might show you guys, and something that, yeah, well, not everybody has, but it's actually very nice. Look at this, guys. What's that? Oh yeah. Now, I mean, it doesn't look that nice. It doesn't look shiny either. But yeah, I mean, for now it does work, and maybe today or tomorrow I will make this a bit better. But I made my professional audio, so dub audio in this case, tweeters in here. Now, I mean, that screw is very long. But then, anyways, I mean, I have to find one of these, because that's the really high tone. Yeah, as you guys see, that's the coned one, and this one is a little bit pointed. So I want to replace this one with the one that's over there. That's what I'm gonna do. So that's another plan. Now, we have another thing that I would like to show you guys. That's also on my planning. Just give me a second. Hanging these things back. Now, there's also another thing that I would like to do today. And that's actually where I came for. Now the thing is, and that's the most important thing if we talk about stability, since the person that should actually repair my bolt somewhere down there is not available. So I cannot reach him via phone. So this is the bolt where I was talking about. So this one over here should be installed on that thing. Now, less likely it's not going to focus, but there it goes. So this is the special bolt that's goes in there. I hope the threads over there are not damaged. As long as they are not damaged, then I'm fine. But we need to get one of these things off. Hopefully I have enough space, and it doesn't look like it, so I have to remove my car a bit, at least a little bit back and front, so this tire over here comes a bit to the center, so the other tire is free, and then I can, well, actually lift every kind of wood, so I can take that off, or maybe not, depends on what I want. I will cut down that screw, probably, and yeah, I mean, I will put this one in. Now, the thing is, if I'm correct, my dad is at home, if I heard it right recently. if that's going to be true, then I might ask him for some assistance to find another way to not cut it off, to cut it down, or to get that nut loose, which is on there. Oh yeah, by the way, guys, and as you maybe see, I have cleared up the yellow, ugly, well, cookie, anything on it. So looks much better now. This one is still a little bit foggy, but it also looks a bit better. Yeah, that's that. Now we still also need a new oil filter, because as you guys can see, I mean, right over there, you guys can see the dent from the supercharger. And yeah, I mean, we have to do something about the cold air intake, and we have to do something about the intercooler. So once I fixed actually the nut down there, or when I'm gonna get started, I'm gonna get back to you guys, and you guys will see me on a later moment. First of all, I want to use a option that's gonna be a little bit easier, better, and not taking it as much as long before I'm gonna cut down anything, because if I cut things down, you will not be able to replace it. So anyways, guys, I will be right back. I see you guys in a later moment. Alright guys, so welcome back. Now we have done some things already, so I'm gonna show you guys very soon what we have done here. I can already say it was a very smart option to do, and soon I will make also a short test drive to see if I hear any clunking sound coming left front from the axle. So I'm gonna tell you guys shortly what I've done, and then I'm gonna show you what I've done. So the thing is, I hoped actually to see on my holder, as said, I don't know the correct word for it, but the bolt that I had to replace where the clunking sound is coming from normally goes into some threads and is actually going to squeeze everything together. Now, and less likely, those threads have been removed in Germany last year, in 2021. So that's not good. So I'm going to show you guys what I mean. I can't show you, of course, the threads because they aren't there anymore, but I'm going to show you what I mean. Oh man. Alright, let's get to it. So there's my tire, so the summer tire, and back is winter tires. So you guys can see here is already plenty of stuff. So let's head into the pit, and I'm gonna show you guys what I've done here. So now let's see where that bolt is exactly. So this over here, that's the bolt which was stuck. So we had to drill it out, as you guys can see, that nice shaving metal. So the nut has been open, but the thing is, as you guys can see, there is a part there has not even been threads on. So over here, as you guys can see, there are no threads, which makes this actually way too short. And also this probably is M8 size. This is not the original bolt that should go on there. Now I don't know where I have put that thing, but yeah, not these ones. These are for the brake calipers. But yeah, well, anyways, so here are we. Yeah, it does look very weird, I know, guys, but trust me, this better setup than this you cannot have. And the reason why, if I take my wrench over here and I put it on here, you can bam, completely go on and see how deep it goes in, and it's tightened up very, very hard. Now if I'm gonna see over there, there's a gap. So the gap is right over here, and it's very, very tiny. It's so tiny that it's just like this. It's the same gap size. Probably before I had this installed, and I'm gonna tell you guys soon what I've done here exactly, but before I had this installed, the gap wasn't this tiny. Better said, the tinier the gap, the better. The more this complete system where the clunking sound is coming from. The clunking sound is actually coming from this ball joint. So yeah, well, I hope that this story has been finally ended. But we will see that in the test drive. Now, one thing, transmission fluid's still leaking. So we have to find some Teflon tape in order to seal this thing up. But in order to do that, I also need, I also need some transmission fluid. Well, let's make that clean up a bit before I have some stuff in my hair. Now, I used in the past some sealant, but looks like the sealant didn't do its job very good. The bolt here, which was going on the oil pan, looks very good. I only wiped off one drip. Yeah, well, I mean, come on, what's one drip? That's nothing. So, for the rest, everything actually looks pretty good. Looks promising, looks okay. Nothing to add about that. Looks actually, well, very nice. I don't see any oil leaks, however, I see something over here. I don't know. Feels like the gasket is broken. Or the ceiling itself, I don't know. Well, anyways, that's something for later. Now, so what I've done here is very, very unique. So I put, instead of a M8, which is this one, I put a M10 in there. So M10 is of course bigger size, which means heavier, better. Yeah, and this is also corroded. I have to get a new one for that. But yeah, that option is currently not available. So the tire is there. I took the brake caliper off, which lays over here. Yeah, hello, there you are. And what I've done, I hold this actually the 16 or something, or 17, yeah, 16 as you guys can see here. I did that over here, and you cannot move this because the complete car is leaning on this wrench. So try to move this and you will be a good man. So I leaned the complete car on this thing with the stand. And then I used only one hand to tighten this thing up over here, but if I want to tighten it up further, not gonna work. So I know this is tightened up very good. So the only thing we need to do now is putting the brake caliper back, putting the tire back on, and we can make a test drive to see how things are working out. So I hope actually everything is going to be fine. Now I have my suspicions about this little guy over here, because of course I felt some movement. It doesn't feel any more like it. Feels very good now. I hope it stays that way. But I can't give a good answer about that because this boy over here is still on it. So I will be right back with you guys once I have the brake caliper on and putting my tire back. So give me a second, I will be right back. Alright guys, so I'm back again. Now, I totally forgot that I had to make the test drive, so excuse me for that. But less likely, we are only 50 meters ahead. I'm just on the edge of the street. So, but nothing special happened. Everything has been on there again. So because I'm on the edge of the street, I make it good with you guys. You guys will again see the road. So yeah. No, just for this test drive, I'm making it not on the road because of the video camera. Because if I'm gonna upload it, this static where you guys can see me now will be this wide. I had that problem before with my video editing program, Filmora X. But I will make the test drive a bit bigger than normal, with a bit more bumps, so to see if we have any clunking sound. For now, I didn't hear any, and not even a single thing. Of course, I'm not gonna turn on my stereo. I want to hear if anything clunking is going on. For now, I definitely can say no. That's good. So let's start up the car and let's go. Enjoy the short test drive. And if you guys hear any clunk, just let me know. Well, let's get going. clunking yet. Nice. Love it. Let's take a bit more speed to the next one. And let's see if it clunks then. I don't think so, but yeah, I mean, I don't hope so. Let's say that. Let's go. Nope. Nope. No clunking. I hear everything is going on here in my car, but no clunking. No, yeah. It does sound good yet, but I keep you guys listening. Let me know. Bigger. Itself because of the misalignment. God, Jesus, what is this? What the fuck? Never seen something like that. Never seen that bump before. Goodness. gonna turn down the left and right windows so you guys can hear the nice sporty air filter, so the open air filter sound. Let's go. Now, so I can hear if any clunks are going on. Until now, no clunks, anything, not even a single one. No front clunks, no back clunks, everything is back to normal. guys, what can I say? Because this M10 screw and what I put on it, how is it even possible? I mean, okay, it seems like I did a job well done. Now, I have to tell you guys one single thing, and this sounds maybe a little bit more ridiculous. Now, let's walk inside, and I will tell you guys exactly what I mean. I mean, this is completely ridiculous, and I hope you guys listen quite well to me. So, just give me a sec. I'm gonna open up the gate, put my car inside my uncle's garage, and then I'm gonna update you guys further, because there comes a fun fact. Anyways, just give me a sec. All right, so there we are again. So the fun fact is, guys, I mean, we're really ridiculous. So I'm gonna show you shortly what I mean, and it's completely crazy. So this over here, probably with two of these kind of rings, which are not rings actually to hold things in place, but I think they did that for the distance. However, this is not meant actually to keep things good or clean, but it seems like the complete threads have been stripped off. Not because of the thing that you are seeing here, that glowing thing, no, that's where we made the groove. I mean, this one is trash anyway, but they put this nut on there with another nut on it. So if I took one of them off, yeah, well, what you get then is that if you have two nuts on another, it won't go anywhere. But this one has been tightened up by impact. So by an impact, that one has been tightened up, and it was clunking like hell. I mean, a lot, really a lot, so much that it's really disturbing. Now, in my case, as I showed you guys, how I have done it on manpower, and definitely not with an impact, because we don't have an impact here. I mean, yeah, it would be nice, but we don't have that. So, an impact gun made my steering wheel going every kind of side, but not the good side. It goes left, it goes right, but not straight ahead. And with manpower, so with tightening up by hand, no clunking sound, and the steering wheel, well, it seems like it centered it out itself. So I don't know what he has done, but that should be a good and wise idea, that he maybe is going back to school again and learning for mechanic. I mean, I'm not a mechanic, and I'm not gonna blame anyone, but he is in the tuning and all that, and I know how to get rid of the clunking sound. I mean, why, if he has more experience, why can't he do that? So if manpower can do more than an impact gun, then I don't know what that guy was doing with his job. Anyways, I don't even care about it, because it has been solved, and that's what counts. So, but there are several things that I still would like to show you guys. I'm going to open the trunk already, because we need that soon as well. And I told you guys that I would actually have changed out something. So, one thing I should have changed out was, as said, the tweeter, so the high driver, that looks like that on the other side. So that's exactly what we have done, as you guys can see. So it gives us a very good and clear sound. Subwoofer is back in there, and the only thing you guys heard while driving was this thing over here. As you guys can see, I mean, if I'm going to brake heavily, it's going to do like this. See? I mean, it's going bump against everything. That's what you guys heard. More there isn't much more. Yeah, maybe here on the right side, but that's all. I mean, come on. So the other thing is, I'm of course still looking for to remanage my intake system, so that the intake system can get much more cold air instead of way too hot. I mean, now I can feel the heat coming from my engine. The air filter, I mean, it feels okay though, but now if you ask me, I mean, it could be better. So there's only thing There's only one thing we can do. So, if I want to take a cold, if I want to really make it cold, then I think it's the best that I show you guys exactly what I mean. So as you guys see, here's my brand new sport air filter, which has a 3-inch diameter instead of 2.5. Do I say it correctly? No, 2.25 diameter. So from 2.25 to 3-inch. 45 millimeters, 76, and this was before 63. 2.5 millimeters. F2.5 inch, I mean. Anyways, so we have to take the sport air filter off, actually, go down, so beneath, near the radiator fan, and see if I can go actually through that hole over there. Now, I mean, normally you can say good luck with a huge ass pipe. Yeah, I know. Now, other thing is, here is actually the place where I want to come out. That's the place where my filter should go. So, at least in that area, so that the pipe is actually sticking in here somehow. But I can't stick it in there because then I can get everything into my engine, and that's of course not good. I might maybe actually make a sort of seal. Yeah, might be a solution. But every kind of sand, dirt, stones. What do you think if a car in front of me on the highway puts a stone in my air filter? I don't think my engine is going to be happy with that. So my sport filter is definitely going to be staying there. Anyways, so we have to be in the area from here. So what I think here is to remanage this to that side over there. So I think here on a 90-degree hose angle, and then going down again, and then connecting this piece, and that might give us actually well, a lot of corners, really a lot, but it can give us actually the cold air side because there's no heat in that area. Here is still heat, even from this hose. I mean, it's still warm. So if there's air coming through the fan or radiator or the hose itself, it's still going to pick up some heat. And no, I don't want that. Now, later on, I'm still thinking on the AMR 300 supercharger. If we got that done, or that back, what I'm going to do here is probably I'm going to run the intake or this exact hose to that side again, run it down here, so down here, going back over here, and then inside the intercooler. So that's what I'm thinking. So first of all, I think we should take a 90-degree and do it that way. Now, I mean, I think that's the best possibility. So yeah, I think that's what we're gonna do now. Anyways, so I'm gonna make sure that this one, that this is gonna work like I want to. So from here, 90-degree going through that hole, which is gonna work. Then another 90-degree from this kind of pipe, not 45 to 63, but 63 to 63. Taking this piece on the 63, and then it should actually be the sport air filter to hang a little bit down. Now the thing is, I have to hold this back because it can go against a tire. That's not something we want, but it will get fresh, dense air. That's what the goal is. So that's actually that. That's actually how I want stuff. Anyways, so I'm gonna get back to work. And tomorrow, guys, I want to install the intercooler if I have the chance and if it's gonna fit. Now you guys can see my radiator. Now I'm gonna clean up the lens a bit. I believe it was already messy. Ah, there you go. So my radiator, as you guys can see, it stops already there. So here you guys can see it stops there. Through this hole you guys can see better. And from this over here until here, that's the only place I have left to mount the intercooler. Now I can do this very stupid and put the intercooler just beneath this one, actually really against it. Might be an option, yes. And take some zip ties and do it like that. Yeah, might be an option. But anyways, there are two things. The pipes, these charge pipes, should be definitely on top. Yeah, or maybe on the bottom. Maybe the bottom is the best, because I have a huge opening over there. I think that's the best option. So I will put it on the bottom, and over here on the bottom I will go up here and then in the inlet. And from the other side, I'm actually going to come up here, just how I am actually going this way soon. That's the exact way how it's entering the intercooler. So the only thing that I should have do tomorrow is placing the intercooler, making a piece of pipe, I guess, with some hoses, and floopity floops it on, I guess. Now I checked the oil, and the oil is still good, but guys, just to mention, the oil is not even 1,000, not even 500 kilometers old. That is how 500 kilometers oil looks like. Trust me, my engine is hot, so the oil is still looking bright. No, I don't think this should look like that. It should actually be nice and bright and clean. Now, it's not true. Now, speaking about the crankcase, yeah, you guys can see smoke coming from it. Shows already that there is a lot of heat going on. But speaking about the crankcase, looks very, very clean inside. So I did a job well done here. Now, there's also another thing. They told me to set the engine timing a little bit earlier. So I don't know where the engine timing is currently on. I thought it was later. But if I do it earlier, that might increase the intake of the manifold pressure. And if I do that, that might be actually good. And why, you ask? Now, the RPMs, of course, go up and down like crazy. And I can hear that on this air filter that my EGR over there, that stupid thing, it's doing a bit weird. And one thing is sure, there are special gaskets that I am ready to order soon enough. So this gasket over here, for the EGR pipe, the EGR gasket is not needed. I still have it. And the adapter piece and the piece between it. So there are 3 gaskets that I have to buy, which are also special. So they aren't easy to get. Ah, man, I think that's good. It's a good idea to get to work. And I get back to you guys once this baby boy has a cold side instead of a hot side near the exhaust manifold. Anyways, guys, I see you soon. Alright, so as said, I would come back to you guys once I have actually found something to do something with the intercooler or something with the sport air filter. Now, I mean, I got something actually set it up. However, I mean, today I never thought that I actually finished it, but guys, look at this. Okay, so I mean, okay guys, before you are being critical, okay, this is just temporary. This is not gonna stay all the time. It's just that it's gonna work. So, as you guys know, I have been already problems with placing the intercooler already. Now, that has not been changed. The sport air filter, or better said, the open air filter, still there and goes with the pipe. That's not changed. It stays what it stays, but I have used here zip ties and where they are for. Now, I'm gonna show you guys, but before you can understand why I mounted that to the chassis, I have to show you where the intercooler is, and that's exactly beneath my number plate and behind the radiator. So, what I've done here is I mounted actually just as a baseline. I mounted the intercooler with these zip ties around the bar over here, okay? That was actually my baseline, so I could mount on the bottom over here. I could use these holes to make use of the holes from the intercooler. So I'm gonna show you guys that so let's go inside the pit. So I did that actually over here with that zip tie over there and that one over here to get a baseline so it's hanging in the center, not hanging down or something. The reason why I did that is that there is the intercooler hole, so I would like to make a mounting bracket later on, which actually I should know now, but I mean, if we look closely to the clock, it's pretty late already, it's evening. So that means that I have done this over here with all these zip ties, just temporary. My next step is going to be making a big chunk of steel, connecting it over there, and then over here, make here a piece of steel, here a bolt with a nut in, and there only a bolt, because that one is self-tightening it. And over here it counts the same. There's the other side of the intercooler, and it goes actually over here. Now, don't worry about the zip ties, that's just to hold my bumper in. Yeah. So, that was actually the plan that I got. However, it's late, so I cannot finish that. So I leave the intercooler also for a moment be, because actually it's going nowhere. I mean, if I'm doing this, it's not even moving. Not even a centimeter. So these zip ties are actually very important. If they are going to be cut down, then it's going to be actually, well, the intercooler can in no case fall out of the car. That's not possible. The radiator is still behind it, and even if the radiator wasn't behind it, it can also still not fall down, because it's actually pretty wide. So if it would fall that side without the radiator, it only would lean against a little bit of the chassis and the exhaust manifold. That's the only case, in the worst case scenario, what could happen. So these zip ties are around the intercooler before that tightening screw. So it will never go this side or over the pipe itself. So that's not possible. I already thought about that. So why are these so important? I'm going to show you. So these up here are these zip ties on the chassis on the top, where my hood is actually being closed, are attached to these ones, which means they are also like this on the front mounted, and with the stop zip ties that goes beneath here, they are on the top mounted and they hold strength, so it will not even do this, but it won't also do that, so it keeps the height. I mean, I want all the grills I need, and I don't want any lost space. I mean, here you can look through. So, I mean, but I didn't lost space, and that's what I wanted, and that's why I choose to mount it on top, so it would not fall down, or at least go lower a bit. That's why. So the upper ones are just keep the height, and these ones are actually to keep it stable. So that's why I said here. I mean, I show you guys here. Look for yourself. I mean, you cannot move it. That's impossible. Yeah, that dig is because of my bumper. See? So yeah, if you want to move that thing with driving, I wish you good luck. That's not gonna work. But now I have a baseline, so now I also can actually estimate a good point for these chart pipes. Now, one thing I already have seen is I have a 90-degree laying at home, but they will never actually reach this short area. I'm gonna show you once I have. Oh no, I can show you that. Wait a sec. I don't have to close up the pit for that. Look, you see the charge pipe already over there. As you guys know, the AMR 500 is also connected over here with that pipe, so it would come up, not on the downside. So that means the 90-degree, it's not gonna work. I have to push it a little bit that side in order to make it work. If that's true, I need the 90-degree to come up, and then I need later on this piece, and then this one to connect it. Maybe I need even more, maybe U-profile. But that's something we have to check out. First of all, if I am at home Sunday, I will definitely take all pipes with me, and starting already at that side from the intercooler, at least that the engine has no more chance to get heated air from the exhaust manifold. Is a good example. Or the cat, which is empty, which delivers me some extra degrees heat. I mean, so that pipe is actually the most difficult one, because I have to come up with 90-degree, Yeah, I mean also on that side, but there's more space. So I have to get the 90 degree, move it a bit back, go like a corner or go up, whatever. Then I have to straighten it out and get a U profile. That U profile is, however, it doesn't matter how you turn the eyes. It's necessary. So yeah. And later on, if that's connected to the supercharger, we have definitely cold air. So yeah, what's entering the supercharger isn't that important to me. Even if there's a little bit of dust, doesn't matter. I mean, there's a charge filter on the market, and we will buy that later on. I already have seen one. It's pretty expensive. But yeah, that's a charge filter, not a sport air filter like that. So yeah, what do you imagine? Also, what I was thinking, guys, the AMR 300, which pushed me before from 52 horsepower up to 64. Wait a sec. Also the AMR 300, which actually pushed me in the past from 52 horsepower to completely up to 64. What I have planned with that, it was not 100% closed if we talk about the air that's coming from the supercharger and entering the engine. Also, I had no engine issues. But I'm thinking if I have the intercooler in here with the AMR 300 on it and all pipes closed, I think I might have a good chance to get some extra horsepowers without a tune, and it has some good cold air. So that's something I estimate, and also the pressure that the that the supercharger is delivering is going to be a little bit decreased by the intercooler because it's going to hold down. So that's actually only positive, and the reason why is if the pipes are going to get closed from the AMR 300 to the engine, I need the intercooler to reduce the pressure. If the pressure is reduced, means actually I hold the same ratio like before with some minor holes. Or better yet, in very short term speaking, and to make it for you guys very easily and very short, very quick, from the AMR to the engine, for the AMR 300 straight to the engine without an intercooler, with some little holes, 52 horsepower to 64, and with the AMR 300 with the intercooler, but all pipes are closed and no holes, I think I estimate the same. Maybe a bit less, but that's no problem. Most important thing is that I have dams there, and that I can take wide open throttle. So that's actually what my plan is here. Now later on, I'm thinking of something else, and this is completely different, which has no topic or speaking about supercharging. But I think also if the supercharger is back on there again, it's gonna be a hell of a loudness. So I might take my stock airboxes from Chevrolet itself to reduce the sound that the supercharger is making, at least a little bit, not too much, but a little bit would be nice. I think that would not hurt anyone. I mean, open piped supercharger, I think that's gonna hurt a lot of people's ears, so that's not a good plan. So that's actually what I have in mind. Yeah, oh, by the way, guys, not to forget something, I have still to show you something else. So recently, my camshaft position sensor has been replaced because it was in a bad state. And yeah, as a little surprise, which you probably can guess, you guys can see the color difference. Yeah, well, I do as well. These are dark black and a dark blue and dark red. That one is light blue, and here's a light red, which means I had some blown fuses because of that stupid thing. What? It's kind of stupid. I don't know what's going on, but I know at least the supercharger had something like 11,000 RPMs on it, so that's already quite something. And from 11,000, my complete engine shuts down, just completely. I don't know what's going on, but I took the boost controller off. The minus pole, so the minus terminal was a lot corroded. But I don't think that a minus pole would be causing a fuse to blow. So, yeah, I don't know. Oh, by the way, guys, something I have to do tomorrow, so that's going to be part 2 probably, is doing something about, what do you call it? At least something about the exhaust. So, I mean, we still have to go side piped, which I have not done yet. I mean, as you guys can see, side pipe should actually go there, as you guys can see, a little bit in the area from the front wheels. And yeah, I mean, you guys, I don't know, you can't see that great. But the side pipe should definitely be there. Now I have the muffler of the exhaust tip. I have that laying already in the trunk, ready to install. I mean, the used one, of course. The Dodge Challenger side exhaust tip is something I still need to buy. So yeah, I mean, that's just waiting. Yeah, I mean, that's gonna take a little time. I only can purchase at Lyle's, and that's of course in America. So it's gonna take a little time before I'm gonna be able to buy them. Now I'm not gonna go straight piped yet, because of course I have also to go to the test in August. So it's, I already tried to do a lot of stuff, also tuning, but also on the same side doing something well on a car, that everything is keeping stable and fine and legally for the road. So speaking about the exhaust, actually, so the side pipe, I stay for now at least with the center muffler. Now the only thing I need is a 45-degree 2 points flange angle, then a little bit of piping which might slide over it, and then actually the only thing I need is the exhaust tip, which lays in the trunk. So yes, actually that is that. So I don't have anything to add at this moment. Besides starting my engine, I think, I mean, there's nothing changed as far as I know. So yeah, I mean, that's that. Now, I mean, let's start it up just for fun. And let's see how it's going. And then for today, we have the intercooler already there. We have the DAP Audio DRX12 piezo tweeter installed correctly, so the sound is equal instead of different. And there was also, oh yeah, of course, the clunking sound is completely gone, and the tire is not moving at all that much. Just a little bit, but that's because I'm kicking to it. That's normal. So when I did this, you're tong, 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 and that's completely vanished. I mean, you guys can hear it yourself. Yeah, it's my, well, the license plate, but whatever. You don't hear the clunking sound besides me pushing that. So yeah, the clunking sound is finally going. So the only thing I need now is balance those two tires, line the tires, and the complete car and all that shit. And yeah, then actually that is completely done. Oh yeah, by the way, let's start up the engine before I forget it. If I have some battery left, because I spent a lot of time playing music. It's a little bit lower. That was a plop. Nice one, Chevy. Yeah, that's a... Oh my god, what does it smell good in here. Nice. Alright, I will be right back. Alright guys, so the only thing we need to do now is doing something about the exhaust leak, so the side mid silencer, because they have used a reducer, so they could actually make it as a two-step pipe. Very smart, actually, even if I have to say it. Yeah, well, was a nice choice, but that leaves me actually with exhaust leak, and that's definitely not allowed on a test that's going to happen in August. So we have to fix that tomorrow. and I will see what I'm gonna do with it. Ah, by the way, something I have to mention. I don't even have to work on the exhaust because I'm gonna buy the Deumatis. Yes, the Deumatis exhaust manifold and the exhaust pipe itself. So I have that kind of unique sound back again, and it also is already going 90 degree. Now I hope I have the original sound back, but that straight piping that one is a lot easier. Now I mean I have to probably weld some things on it. I mean my uncle would be able to do that, I'm pretty sure. So I don't think that's going to be a problem. Anyways, so that was that actually, guys. So I'm the only thing that I can say now is that I'm pretty much done here. I mean the intercooler is right now installed somehow, temporary. So the only thing I actually have to do is order some pipes, making sure that everything is connected. Once that's done, I'm trying maybe to buy another AMR 300, or that I might be able to install the AMR 500, but I have to be careful when I'm doing that because that one is going to give me a lot of pressure. So I think I'm just gonna buy another AMR 300 because that might be the best option. It's leaking oil anyway. So yeah, guys, that's actually that. So yeah, now it's gonna be or the AMR 300 or the 500. I think it's gonna be the AMR 300. But yeah, anyways, guys, this was Tuning Dutchy, and I really hope that you guys like this pretty large video, but worth it all, because the intercooler was really a headache to install, and it's finally happened. So let's hope it's gonna stay that way. Anyways, that's that. So for me, it's right now time to take my car out of this garage and set it back on the parking spot so that my uncle can do everything again. And yeah, I mean, I think personally that I catch up with you guys tomorrow if there has to be something happened. I think so. Now I just don't know what. I mean, every day there's something I can do. But yeah, for now, that's it actually for so far. So yeah, guys. Anyways, this was Tuning Dutchy. I catch up with you guys in the next video, which is probably going to be a Drive POV since I have that tire already fixed. Yeah, so that's that. Anyways, guys, I would say give this video a like, subscribe to the channel, and yeah, I mean, the biggest question I actually have: would we reach in this year, 2023, the 500 subscribers? Would be nice though. Anyways, I see you guys the next time, and yeah, like, subscribe, and thanks for watching. This was Tuning Dutchy, and I'm gonna sign off. See you guys the next time.